Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be talking something very important. But before we get into this video, the videos are in two segments, right? But trust me, they are really amazing. And now let's talk about this Hispanic and Black people uniting and all that, because this young man has really been, I believe in uniting, but I do not believe in BIPOC. You all already know that. I say that all the time. I don't believe in BIPOC. If anybody decides, or eventually as time goes on, wake up to decide that, okay, I think it's really time, like, we come together and unite. And I also believe that there is power in unity, because they all know how powerful we all are going to be when we all come together to fight. And he is agitating more on we coming together, helping one another to progress, being our brothers' keepers, and the rest of it. And I really want to say this: Black people really do not have allies. They are just going to act like they want to be, and eventually you see that they are not. Right? But I am of the opinion that if eventually everybody decide that, man, it's really time for us to wake up, be woke, and stand together. Because if we stand together, trust me, it is really going to be a very beautiful thing. Like everybody Hispanic, because some of them are being used as pawns against people that look like me, which we already know. That's why sometimes when I see or hear Asians talk, Asian Americans talk and all act, I am like, let's get into this video.
For the people who are asking, why do I say that Candace Owens is anti-Semitic, meaning having a bias against Jewish people, please listen to this video from What's Good English.
Alright, let's talk about this nonsense. Conspiracy theories and tropes aside, I just want to be clear about how coordinated this effort was to smear Candace Owens right after the interview. Stop fucking platforming Candace Owens and pretending like she's some fucking hero from Palestine. You don't have to get creative to prove that she's anti-Semitic or make up a whole bunch of bullshit. You just have to do an internet search about her prior to October 7th, 2023. Here, let me help you out. Washington Post, February 8th, 2019. One of Trump's most vocal black supporters seemed to defend Hitler in a recent speech. Gee, I wonder what she said.
If Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way.
Of all the pro-Palestinian voices that you could be listening to and trying to uplift, people who are doing real work for the movement to try to put an end to this whole thing, y'all motherfuckers want to rally around somebody who clearly does not like Jews, who is clearly anti-Semitic, and who is clearly taking advantage of what is happening in Palestine to help further her career. You are not helping Palestinians with this. In fact, you are doing the exact opposite. Those Zionists that you claim to be against, they are going to take your support for this woman and those anti-Semitic comments that people continue to leave whenever we properly call it out, and they are going to use that as fuel to continue the genocidal regime against the Palestinians in Gaza. So if your plan was to help Palestinians continue to get killed, then congratulations, you've done a good job. You've helped fuel the Israeli propaganda machine with this. It is very true that people are throwing the word anti-Semitism at things that are clearly not anti-Semitic, but if you are pro-Palestine, then you need to be calling out anti-Semitism whenever you see it, period.
Now, I took a lesson from my friend this morning and deleted a video that was not it. There is a whole separate conversation to be had about how problematic it is that Germans in the mid-1800s co-opted and coined the phrase anti-Semitism, referring specifically to their anti-Jewish bias, because they felt that the term that they were using, Judenhass, was too on the nose. It gave up their ruse. However, for the people who are saying that being Semitic means that you cannot be anti-Semitic, why then are we able to recognize that when we're talking about white supremacy, we're not talking about people, we're talking about a system, and one need not be white to uphold white supremacy? A lot of us are able to recognize that Candace Owens is black, and that does not exempt her from upholding anti-blackness, because she has. Now, I happen to agree with Kess that Candace Owens is being smeared in media because she is an outspoken black woman who dared to not faithfully toe the conservative line. That is problematic. However, multiple things can be simultaneously true. Sometimes they are simultaneously true in a way that is synergistic. Sometimes we have to compartmentalize and take the good with the bad. So if your stance is, out of all of her bad takes, you will accept the support of this good take, that's your prerogative. I feel that sometimes things are simultaneously true in a way that is counterproductive, such as amplifying the voice of somebody in their pro-Palestinian messaging who has outwardly expressed a dislike of Jewish people for the reasons that What's Good English laid out in his video. So if you are somebody who appreciates my content when I speak about anti-racism, when I speak out against anti-blackness, when I speak out against anti-Asianness, when I speak out against anti-LGBTQ, when I speak in support of Palestine, but you have a problem when I speak out against anti-Jewish bias, please unfollow me, because we will not successfully address any forms of bigotry as long as we are willing to subscribe to other forms of bigotry.
To smear Candace Owens right after the interview.
Stop fucking platforming Candace.
Candace Owens is not on your side. And what I mean by that is you, anyone watching, regardless of what your perspective or political affiliation, she's not on your side. She is on the side of Candace Owens and whoever will bankroll Candace Owens at any given time. She is a completely amoral opportunist. Not immoral, because immoral implies that you know what right and wrong is and you're choosing to do the wrong thing. She does not possess morals. She doesn't care. She has a completely neutral alignment. And as soon as she gets the sense that support or finances from her current patrons is running dry, she will turn like that. The reason that some of you are being confused by her comments as being support for your pro-Palestine cause is because some of y'all have already gotten so wrapped up in your frustration with Israel that you have already gone full anti-Semitism and you cannot tell the difference. Or alternatively, you have always been anti-Semitic and you are using the current state of things as an excuse to just say all that nonsense. Do I believe that Candace Owens is deeply in her heart anti-Semitic? Does not matter. She probably actually isn't, because she probably doesn't care enough about other people to actually have real bigotries. But it doesn't matter, because what you believe in your heart doesn't matter. What you do matter. Actions are all that matter. And there are many, many instances, see previous video, of her publicly being anti-Semitic over the years. But now that her comments are starting to cost her, she might start leaning in and being like, no, I just meant, fuck Israel. If you are saying that now we have to support her because her comments just for a millisecond seem to align with your beliefs, you're a sucker. You're a rube, and you deserve whatever happens after the fact. Do not let your passions blind you so much that you're willing to go around shaking hands with just about anybody.
This effort.
There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You remember Mobb Deep's statement, right? Why is it that black and brown people seem to understand very clearly that there is a war going on outside that affects directly black and brown men, black and brown women, black and brown children? There is a war that is trying to destroy our families, yet y'all treat it like it's a party going on every day. Y'all treat it like there's not a war going on. You treat it like you have no expectation, no willpower to ever even fight tyranny or the enemy in the first place. You treat it like you would rather do the work of the enemy instead of uniting, instead of doing the hard work to build the army that we need. I look around and see black and brown people complain about the system, complain about racism, complain about this and that and the third, yet you got Jordans on your feet. You dress as if it's a party. You don't train. You know nothing about your rights today that our ancestors didn't have. So what exactly do you expect when the enemy spends all day trying to figure out how to further divide your family, how to further get you away from your women and your men, how to further plunge you into that rabbit hole of poverty and enslavement? And all you do is walk around with that little ass paycheck and try to figure out a way of how you can spend it all again. Every week, it's a new wig, it's a new weave, it's a BBL, it's what guy can I get to spend this money on me? What woman can I get to open up her legs? You are going to lose, and you're going to lose because you refuse to do the work. It has nothing to do with the supremacists. The supremacist is going to do what the supremacists do. But it's up to you to do the work to become a formidable opponent to the supremacists. But all y'all seem to be consumed with is destroying yourself instead of the actual enemy. I do not wear Jordans. I do not wear designer clothes. These days, I'm way more into military boots. I train multiple times a week. That means doing multiple pistol drills, multiple rifle drills, multiple classes. I do this multiple times a week to make myself the warrior that this community needs. Why aren't you doing that? You spend all day, every day, trying to figure out how you could spend that little ass paycheck that you got on a new weave, a new wig, or some new shoes, a new purse, a new this, a new that. All the while you complaining about the poverty, you complaining about your situation. But yet if you don't change your habits, how does the situation change? You want Black America, you want Black unity, you want Black women and Black men to unite, you want these children out the streets. Well, then build an army that can go to war with all the ones, the Pookie and Ray Rays, the hoes, the tyrannical government. Build an army that can go to war to save this community. If you're not gonna dedicate the next 5 to 10 years of your life to that, then shut up. Stop all the complaining. Because I'm sick and y'all just sit up here and you, oh my God, this community, oh, we need reparations. Yet we spend 1.9 trillion every year. The greatest trick in the book to take all people of color and make us go to war with each other while the white supremacists continue to line their pockets with corporation dollars. To take Africans and make them hate Black Americans, to take Black Americans and make us hate Africans, to take Hispanics and make them hate each other, to take Africans and Hispanics and make us hate each other. We are all the same. What is the issue? There is no real issue between Blacks and Hispanics. There never has been, there never will be. But yet we have been fighting each other for what? The same thing goes for every gang in America today. Every gang has been started and initiated to protect the community from the common denominator enemy in all of our trauma, in all of our issues, in every culture in the world. Yet somehow we fail to take our eyes, our distracted eyes, off of the trick and focus on the actual enemy that builds while we destroy each other. Only one thing is important right now: unity. Unity within Black Americans, unity within Black Americans and Africans, unity within Black Americans, Africans, and Hispanics, unity with any non-racist supremacist group. Go down to your local gun shop, buy something, train with it, become proficient. When you're proficient, buy something bigger, become proficient with that. When you're proficient with that, train everybody in your neighborhood. When you train everybody in your neighborhood, have them train everybody in their family, and then expand it. We can build an army. We can do this. It is not over. And please understand that if you're going to vote Republican or Democrat, I do not care which one you vote for, because both of them are pawns on the chessboard towards the same agenda. It might be a different journey, but it's the same destination: power and tyranny. Please, if you're going to vote, vote for policy, not party or candidate. Do research on what policy you are voting for, because voting for free and not receiving nothing when you know good and damn well everybody complains about the issues in this country, but yet you don't ask for nothing for your vote. Demand something for your vote, then vote for the actual candidate that actually implements what you're asking for. We cannot, as a people, continue to empower the same enemy we complain about and then turn around every election and give that same enemy our vote for free.
So this is all I got from this, and I am really tired of this particular young man going around trying to force something on us, or trying to make us, like, feel guilty about some certain things or what we are doing and how we are, like, trying to move forward and not bother about Candace Owen. I really don't know why all of a sudden she became like a big talk and all that. We really do not care. I mean, we just want to do ours. Black people want to do them, enjoy them, and all that. If you think that we are going to go back to support someone that doesn't care, not even for a minute, about people that look like me. So how do you want people to, like, you know, with all the, I mean, she has so much anti-blackness. Like, sometimes I feel like there is something wrong, or maybe somebody, like, you know, offended her in a horrible way. But nobody actually offended this young woman, because I felt like she just wanted to, like, you know, be, I don't know, but just wanted to be anti-black for no just reason. And the fact that there are also a lot of palm-colored people doing it also, and the fact that she also got married to a palm-colored man and all that. So I felt like that is also part of the reasons why she is doing it, like, you know, because she was like trying to prove a point to us. And if you look around, you can see her saying that, like, you know, black people are all who, they are all ghetto, and they are like nothing good comes out of them. They are not educated. They are this and all that. I mean, like, it's really amazing. I don't want to go even into the horrible, but, like, you know, when you see the things she say about people that look like me, you ask yourself questions. And then I remember her wearing during Black Lives Matter and all that. And I remember her wearing Palm Color Lives Matter too. And the rest of it with her husband, you know. So she has really done so much harm. So if that young man is being paid to come out to speak, and I think that he shouldn't be speaking for people that look like me. Let us decide on what we want to do. Let us do ours and all that, because he has no right to come and talk about what it's called, because he is not black. He has not lived it. He has not experienced anything. Because for Candace Owen to stood up and said that black people are not experiencing any racism and all that, that they also have equal power and all that, to also, like, you know, to excel and all that. And she also mentioned that there is nothing like redlining, and, like, you know, she really did. She did so many horrible things, also black women, because she also, like, you know, confessed some certain things behind black people. So how do we, I mean, allow black people to do them, allow black people to focus, allow black people to face front? Because as it stands, they are all focused, like seriously focusing front, and do not want to be bothered. They do not want to be disturbed. And I actually do not want you coming around here to preach what we do not understand, because we do not care. We do not care. Get that into your skull and stop giving us videos that in next minute or next seconds you are putting it on private, because you know what you are doing is absolutely wrong. If it were not wrong, why did you put them all on private? I am so happy that a lot of people are actually roasting his butts off, because I wish the video will, like, the video is still up and the comment section is on. He wouldn't sleep great. But like right now, he is sleeping absolutely great. And I look forward to seeing some of his video coming out to apologize for telling black people what to do. Like, how dare you tell us what to do? How dare you tell people that don't know what to do? Right? Like, you were not there. I remember that same young man making videos trying to be in support of black people over what Candace Owen was saying and all that. And all of a sudden, you want black people to forgive and forget, forgive and forget. Like, you know, like nothing happened. That was back then. Like, you know, when they slap you on this cheek, you turn around the other cheek for them to slap you. We woke. It's big time. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.